closed the window that I had on it, but I haven't followed now, so it should pop up on my follows. I'll look it up later. Yeah, I think he's also called Dank Muse on Twitch. I was just looking at it, and then it's definitely the same picture. What is up, Larry Punchworthy? We're going to play some win conditions. So, actually, let's get going. All right. So, the Companion Reckoning has come. So, it doesn't actually say it anywhere on the card here. No, actually, it still has the old text on it, which is pretty funny. So we're going to see how this goes once we actually get into the game here. So it's not displaying it on this card, but the new companion ruling says that my companion condition is true if my deck abides by the companion condition on the card, which means that during the game I can spend 3 mana at sorcery speed to put the companion from my sideboard into my hand. So effectively, every companion has a 3 mana rider on it in order to sort of get access to it, but it goes into your hand. Now, this is supposed to increase the window for interaction with the companion. Mr. Raeb of Modern Challenge fame won the Modern Challenge recently with Sultai Urza, put together this Bant Urza deck that is featuring Aether Vial. And one of the reasons we're featuring Aether Vial is both because it's a cheap artifact to power out things like Emry, to power up our Urza constructs, but also we can use it to accelerate our mana a little bit, and we can use it to cheat Yorion into play at instant speed after grabbing it from our sideboard, effectively neutralizing the disadvantage of the new companion condition. Obviously, it's still going to be less good than it was before, and the Aether Vials may not be a worthwhile addition overall. But this Bant Urza deck was also something I had on the short list of decks I wanted to play in Modern. It's been picking up a little bit of steam recently. It has cards like Thraben Inspector. So Thraben Inspector is a 1-mana, 1/2 human soldier. When it enters the battlefield, investigate, which gives you a clue token, which is a colorless artifact token that has 2 mana, sacrifice this artifact. This synergizes with Urza and Emry. So it's effectively similar to Gilded Goose. This deck is playing Path to Exile, so this is just a different direction to splash. So we have since seen now every single color you could add to Simic Urza has been added and has been differing degrees of successful at different points in the last couple of months. So we'll see how this one goes. I have made it not really a goal of mine, but it's just something we've sort of accidentally done on this channel, is playing almost every Urza variation that we can. So I am excited to see how this one goes. And then following this, we've got a Lurrus deck with the new paradigm. We're going to check out how Lurrus is a rockin' and a rolling. We ticked up over 150 followers on yesterday's stream, and I already have almost 160 on my YouTube. I want to thank everyone out there for following and giving whatever level of support that you do, popping into the channel when you have time. Thanks so much for making it more motivating to keep creating content. I love having people see the things that I'm putting out there. To that end, Roy Cavedan was pointing out to me that the Greenlight program for Magic the Gathering is back on their main page. They had a new article about the Greenlight program. Problem is, I don't think I have the sort of logistical talent required beyond the creative. Basically, you can send in an application for them to give you money to create Magic content. But you have to have a pretty specific idea of what you're doing. So it's very similar conceptually in my mind. I'm going to keep this one. Seems like a reasonable mid-range hand for us. It's sort of like trying to pitch a movie to a movie company. In fact, they basically ask you for an elevator pitch is one of the questions. They're like, explain your concept or series or whatever in 1 to 2 sentences. And obviously, I have experience from making something like MTG Kitchen, but I really doubt that I could put something together that they would consider, I don't know, professional quality. And it's a grant proposal. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's like a grant proposal. What I really want to do is put together... so I'm going to play Thraben Inspector this turn, see if I can soak up some damage here. Are we against a Lurus deck? Interesting. All right, so... actually, one question I have, so... Yeah, okay, so if I click on my companion, it asks me to pay 3 for it. I wonder, does it tell me to do that anywhere on it? It doesn't. Okay, it's working properly, but it doesn't seem to have any indicator of what... I should have played the Bauble there. What sets your stream apart from others, in my opinion? Well, I don't think there is much that sets my stream apart from others. I mean, obviously there's me, and I have a good positive attitude about stuff. I've got years of experience playing Magic. You know, I'm passionate. But so are so many people. I mean, that's not really... But reminder text is outdated and actively misleading. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. If anyone somehow is so out of the loop that they don't know about the companion change, it will be very jarring for them. Okay. So I can play Path and Rebuke on this turn cycle. So possibly going to do that. Don't want to tip my hand on the Path to Exile until I have to here. So where are they pointing this bolt? Probably at my face. Yeah. Do I think that they can play something from their hand that is more threatening than 3 damage? Yes. Especially if I'm going to Path their Swift Spear and give them another mana for next turn. Might want to save the Metallic Rebuke for the Lurus. I don't know, Roy. You tell me. You absorb a lot of Magic content, which is part of the reason I wanted to like rope you in on the sort of preliminary discussion that I was having with myself here about the idea, because Cave Dan was very supportive, and I really appreciate that. But I'm not. I don't know. I feel like you have a similar. Maybe you had a similar response when I was telling you that I thought that the Trios team would be better off with you playing on it than me. And obviously that was a situation of me just being in a weird place with my own... Like the fact that I was supposed to leave and unfortunately wouldn't be able to play with them anymore. Maybe I was just kind of reconciling that fact. I would be like, oh, well, since I have to go anyway, like maybe it's right for me to go for other reasons, but... I do want to make a, like, oof, yikes. Okay. Okay, so... I probably want to put that in my hand before 5 mana. Long story short, it looks like a promising opportunity. I mean, yeah, but the question is, do I think you're more than qualified. Yeah, but I just don't know what to do. So I think at some point in the next couple days, I'm going to try to film and script. There was a bit that I wanted to do where it was, yeah, of course. I mean, I'm not convinced that I can do that, but I wanted to do a bit similar to American like TV shady shyster, like the Lionel Hutz sort of commercials. Where I'm selling the Sonic Prison deck. Stream compilation might help. Yeah, I can definitely do that, but Because they put the Lurrus in their hand. Casts ability from Lurrus of the Dream Den. That is how they've chosen to have that work. Yeesh. Okay. Display of custom memes. Yeah, not entirely sure how well that'll go for a large international corporation, seeing the fact that I have stolen a bunch of content from people. Like, obviously I made the memes, but they're made of parts of things that are not owned by me. And I just don't know how well that would go over with a large company like this. I mean, I have a lot of faith in the individuals at Wizards of the Coast and stuff like that for supporting good content, but I also know that they're a corporation and they can't, you know. All right, so we're going to put this Yorion in my hand. Sorry, let's focus on this game a little bit. And probably pop the Bauble before my next turn, assuming that I survive somehow. If I were to justify it, I'd present it as is. Well, yeah, I mean, I really don't, like, I have no problem at all with saying that I did this, and if someone sends me, like, a takedown notice and, you know, cease and desist on the Simpsons stuff, you know, that's their property. Okay, so Dispel's probably banging. Aether Gust is A+. Get some of those out of there. Some of these out of here. Basically just playing a mid-range deck against Burn, which is always going to be a bit of a pain in the ass. Needs more Kinnan. Also give me Chrome Mox back. Well, I mean, there's a no ban list Modern tournament Aspiring Spike's putting on, and I've seen a bunch of like Pro Tour, like Gabriel Nassif was playtesting no ban list Modern, which was surprising to me. Maybe it shouldn't be, but it was. Oh, Trinket. So Trinket Mage is in this deck. Trinket Mage allows you to tutor for Soul Guide Lantern Damping Sphere or Tormod's Crypt. I wonder if I'm supposed to have it in this matchup. It's a blocker, but it's not a very good blocker. Mental misstep, dude. But I just want to rock into that tournament with Chrome Mox and my Turbo Chalice deck, dude. So let's cut down an Aether Vial and probably an Explosives. I don't think I like Explosives in this matchup. Phoenix looks terrifying. Yeah? You watched Cherry's replay? I didn't watch all of it. I watched the beginning of it, and then Mr. Raeb was talking about a specific play near the end of it. That was kind of neat. Could have easily gotten the 5-0. I mean, the deck is super powerful, right? He did point out that with Chrome Mox, Chancellor can do the goofy play. I'm going to keep this one. Can do the goofy play that you do with what are words? The play that you do with Gemstone Caverns. You can do that on the play if you have Chrome Mox, which is yeah. Gemstone Cavern. To beat it, Harry MTG sideboarded in 13 cards. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Roy. I must have missed something at some point. Boosh. Game day bucket go boom. Good pickup. Goblin Guide. Give me lands, lots of lands. Please fancy me in. I don't know. Am I just playing double Thraben Inspector this turn? Maybe. I kind of want Dispel, but I guess casting Thraben Inspector now is fine. Then we can group block the Goblin Guide. Actually, yeah, this is really good for that. We want to double block. Yeah, I hadn't even considered it until... yeah. I got it. I figured it out. Phoenix was so powerful that Harry MTG, Nassif's co-host who was playtesting No Banless Modern, who was piloting Eldrazi, needed to board in 13 hate pieces to beat their decks. Okay, thank you. That was a lot of context that I was completely missing. That is a wonderful, succinct summary from Roy the Boy, and I'm so lucky to have him as a friend. Spike me, sure. What do you got? Another creature? Riftbolt. Shoot. Is Riftbolt a sorcery? I bet it is. It is, yeah. So we can gust it, but probably just taking it to the face, and we're going to cast Udo. Come on! Where's your attack Goblin Guide? 1 red mana, 2 damage? You played Shock in your deck? What a nerd. If Roy, if I was to propose something for the green light, I think it would have to be a Magic the Gathering sketch show. Because I think that's the only way I could produce that kind of content, is being able to shoot a bunch of stuff. So it'd be like live action Robot Chicken, I guess, but all Magic related. Problem is I have no ability to do animation. I can do voices and characters myself, but obviously I'm one human, so that's not, Could ask Jordan if she wants to do anything with it, but I assume not, because she's been off the Magic wagon. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and shock this in, so I have access to the Dispel in my hand. They conceded. What the hell? I don't really want to talk about it. You can ask Jordan about it. It's just kind of sensitive stuff, I guess. Yeah. It just, when she quit ANC, it was sort of related. I don't know if you caught any of that situation, but it's all related to that. Okay, well that's the whole thing. Because the thing that I would want to do is a sort of like Loading Ready Run, sort of, they do like some of the sketch comedy, except I don't think they're very funny. Not that I think I could necessarily do better than them. I just don't. I've never laughed at anything they've put together. I've always been like, yeah, that is exactly what Magic players are like. Like most Canadian comedy, it usually makes me go, yeah, true that. No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe my ability to write music, but I don't think my ability to play music will be in any way successful or useful. The unfortunate truth about Canadian comedy. But the thing is, no, I mean, it's all related to the fact that we're just a very medium nation. We're very medium. Like, Canada is the medium rare of countries. We're the Diet Coke of nations. Just low calories, nothing exciting, I don't mean it as a bad thing. Like, it's a great place to live. It's a wonderful way to live your life. Is just, there's very few people in our country that are doing outrageous things. But on the flip side, there's very few people in our country that are doing outrageous things, The rock band that is our national treasure, they have never had any kind of problem with drugs. Like, Rush has never been known for being a band that had any problem with drugs. Yes, Roy, that is exactly the kind of thing we don't really have in this country. That kind of issue right there. Is that why every Canadian knows all the famous Canadians? Mostly because they've never died and they've never gone to jail. Like, The most recent tragic Canadian celebrity death we had was the singer of the Grateful Dead dying from brain cancer and doing a heartfelt Canada-wide tour before that happened. All right, how are we getting to the next stage of this game? So we missed our land drop, so I'm pretty sure I want to play Ice-Fang Coatl rather than Arcum's Astrolabe. This is going to force them to play a burn spell on something that isn't my face. Oh, I'm an idiot. I could have used Gilded Goose to play Uro there. Forgot that it actually makes mana. Well, it's been a while since I've played with Gilded Goose. Try to avoid Gilded Geese in my Urza lists. So I really just don't care for the card. Spike. Okay, opponent has spiked themselves. Attention! Attention, everyone! The goose has been spiked. Drake is probably our most controversial vocal artist. Yeah, that's true. I'm talking by and large. I mean, yeah, we've got the occasional. I mean, Justin Bieber is a little shithead, basically, but like he did a bunch of irresponsible stuff, but nothing that was particularly bad. And every Canadian has basically disowned them by this point. Yikes. Okay, so before that resolves, make way for Ice-Fang. Really on the what? Just like a routine teen phase. Yeah, exactly. No, but that's yeah. I mean, like that's what I'm saying is like that was kind of a standout for us to have someone like that. I mean, I guess we had Avril Lavigne and other stuff, but okay, so we're just dead, right? Like how do we ever beat this? Pretty sure I'm going to 8 here. Like I could Ice-Fang to block the Eidolon. I think we're just dead as usual every time. Yeah, but Uro's -1 life, dude. Like, I don't think I can realistically play anything anymore, right? Like, I'm pretty sure the best course of action for the next turn is, like, block with goofs, make another food, hope I don't die. Like, I can't play anything. They've got 5 on the board. Like, I just think we're dead. Like, this is just a burn deck who drew up all the things that they needed. We didn't have any stack-based interaction, and we lost to double Eidolon. We did Emry into Uro. That is 8 damage. Yeah. But escaping Uro, you take 4 damage too. Like, I guess we should have cast the Uro, like, and gone to 9 for it. Not doing anything is probably just about as bad. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. I think we're just dead. I think we can dip out against the world's slowest burn player. I mean, so we chump block with Goose. Actually, I don't have to chump block. Okay, if this is a land, it's not. Okay, so we're because that's not a land, I'm pretty sure we're just dead. But I'm also sure we're just dead on this attack. We're not? Weird. So I can make a food or crack a food. Let's crack the food, and we're going to die in response to Boros Charm. Yeah, cool. That's fine. I don't need to see it. Skull crack. All right, good enough. Good enough. All right, so we lost to a burn deck. They put their Lurus into their hand in game 1, but they didn't need it, so... lost to a turn 2 Merit Lage. Legacy is good. I think I still have videos from when I was learning to play Legacy. And I was playing Strifopile, and Astrolabe 4-color. This was right when Eldraine came out, and I think I went 0-3, 0-4, 1-4 in my first 3 leagues. Okay, we're against the Lurus deck again? Huh. Crazy. RKSGSN. Is the bot broken? Here, let me make sure the Stream Decker bot is here. Is that the same mountain as last game? Man, these people with their Ikoria mountains. Gross. It's gross. That's all I'm saying. It's gross. Yeah. Yeah, the bot's not there. Hold on, it's on its way. All right, the bot should be in chat reasonably quickly. What is what? What is happening on their side? Unless maybe they're playing the Wambo deck, but I doubt it. Huh. Sure. Can't beat everything. Probably should have countered that, but the chance of them resolving something like an Eidolon is something I want to avoid here. Black-red prowess on a slow start. Sacred Foundry, just burn on a mono 2 drops. I mean, it could be. I don't know. Oh, sorry about the sound there. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, cool. So their end step, it's fine. Okay, good. I was filing a ticket to Mana Traders, Roy, based on our previous conversation. So do I want to play this Trinket Mage, or am I just going to get wrecked by them constantly burning me if I tap down at all? Sorry, and they're just sending me a response. Yeah, I mean, I don't. So, I think torn down is obviously an exaggeration, but I wouldn't want my company's reputation damaged like this, especially like when it would be easy to stop as long as someone told me. All right, I gotta start using these, otherwise I'm gonna end up completely up a creek in terms of just my life total getting too low, and then I have to play the dance where I'm literally stuck with my mana up. I completely mistapped there. I cannot play this Path to Exile right now. My bad. I wasn't paying enough attention to the match. I was dealing with something else. Luckily, my second burn an opponent in a row who is being very slow. Sorry, I'm just sending one thing and then I'm wrapped up with that. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm playing this Urza, and then I have 2 mana up, which is not phenomenal. I don't think they can kill me from 11. I'm at virtual 11 thanks to the Seal of Fire. 12. So virtual 10. Think we'll be all right to play this Urza. If not now, I don't think ever, so we might as well do it. And then, interestingly, Trinket Mage kind of costs 2 for next turn. I also still have access to Path. Oh, I'm going to get the token. So actually, I do have Metallic Rebuke up this turn once the Urza resolves. So, I love you, Urza, Lord High Artificer. You are just such a baller. He's got that Sasquatch pose, too, like Chameleon Colossus. He's just striding. It's not the same, but anytime I see a leg stuck out like that, skull crack me. Main deck skull crack. Yeah, I think I'm gonna fire this off. Again, there is definitely a danger that they could, slam something on their turn mildly threatening, but I'm in a reasonably good position now, so I think this is about as good as we can hope for. We can actually Yorion next turn, so this is interesting. This is the new Yorion. Oh, come on. Whew. So we're not going to shock this Hallowed Fountain in order to play Yorion this turn. Probably going to play at least one of these Trinket Mages. So let's see what it gets us first. Minimum, it gets us another Bauble. I love this art. Mark A. Nelson killing it back in 5th Dawn. 5th Dawn had some really banging art. All right. Actually, Astrolabe is probably one of the best things we can grab with this guy. If we get Mishra's Bauble, we effectively made it cost less, but I think Astrolabe is good here. Draw a card, add some power to the construct. We're looking to draw a piece of interaction that keeps us alive through the next turn. If we draw Uro, we can cast it. So that'd be great. Now. Draw Uro now. Draw the Uro and do it now. Deck, please. Well, that's a great draw. So we're going to attack for 1 here. Remember when I wanted to draw that stack-based interaction? We did the thing. Because if I had to guess, I would assume they have something like a Skewer the Critics or Boros Charm in their hand. Cool. All right. I've completed my business with one of the representatives from Mana Traders. And thank you for the picture, Roy. I hope you don't mind. I sent it to them to help them out. Or you where the beep boops are coming from. I am. Sorry, I was mentioning the fact that I was on reporting something to the folks at Mana Traders, and that is where that sound was coming from. So apologies for that. It's done now. It won't happen again. Sorry, boss. Sorry. As I believe we Northerners are meant to say. Pin things down. All right, Burn player, what do you got? Let's get into this game. I said French fries. All right, do I want to fire off this Bauble now? Probably. Rift Bolt on top. Okay, that's a good one. Ooh.
A toast to the host who can boast the most roast.
Well, thanks, Zanny, for the hosteroo there. Welcome, everybody. We are also playing some Modern. I have run into my second straight Lurus Burn deck, but it looks like we're in a good spot here in Game 1. We are playing Yorion with Urza and Bant Urza post-companion change. So, so far it has been, I will be back later, I've got to go get food. Yo, I'll try to keep your crowd warm. Hope everyone's having a good night. You enjoyed some Winata! I gotta look up the translator. Hold on. So my opponent is taking forever, so we might as well do something fun in the meantime. Why Nota? Oh, yes, and in English, Google pronounces Winota as Wynota. Also fun. Wynota, uniter of armies. So I want to have access to 4 mana after playing Yorion. Once I do. So I don't think I can play Yorion this turn, but I'm probably just going to play Trinket Mage, play the artifact that I get with it, and then grab the Yorion out of my sideboard here. Which is fine. Did the change not go into your effect on your client? No, it's in effect. It's in full effect. Like the members of NWA? Is that NWA? Yeah, it's NWA. I definitely should have done this before combat because I'm about to put an artifact into play, so I could have gotten 1 more damage off my construct. And then next turn I'd be hitting for 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But could be more than that. But if I'm hitting for 8 next turn, if I'd hit for 1 more this turn, they'd be going to 4. So, yeah, no, the change is in effect, Zanny. It's just not. The text doesn't exist anywhere. Well, so I've played against 2 burn decks that have Aluris. The previous one didn't cast it once. They just Boros Charm, Skullcracked, Eidolon of the Great Reveled me into death, and this deck seems to be doing a very similar thing. It is playing Seal of Fire, but like they haven't done anything with the Seal of Fire, right? Companions were not going to be completely gone from this rules change, and they will never be completely gone, I think. I think Companions will be around, but what this change was meant to do, and what I think a lot of people would like to see, is less Companions, and specifically in the upper echelons of like competitive tournaments. May have joined the league thinking the change was happening tomorrow. Yeah, that's possible. That's possible. I mean, I was under the impression that the changes would be going into effect on Thursday because they literally put out a announcement that said so. So why would I not? Okay, let's put the Yorion into my hand. Okay. We've got Cryptic and the food. I think I want to crack the food now. Wait, hold on. No, I'm counting the... I've got Cryptic and the food as long as I don't attack with the construct, which is fine. Wait. Casting Yorion gets me mana right now. Okay, so we're definitely casting Yorion this turn. Vials in this list are hot. Mr. Rabe is very smart. Very smart human. So I am not surprised. Okay, so we're going to get another food at end of turn here. So I'm going to go ahead and cast this Yorion. I mean, we haven't used the vials at all yet, but yeah, it definitely could be sweet. I think I'm going to reset a Metallic Rebuke that I'm going to draw now. We're going to have to stack our triggers slightly carefully, but that's fine. So we need at least 1 draw trigger before the 2 Trinket Mage triggers. So we'll just put the Trinket Mage triggers on the bottom. Should we put 1 on the bottom? Then we'll go draw, Trinket Mage, draw, Goose and Urza are fine in whatever order. There's the Rebuke that I wanted. Yes, use Trinket Mage. Probably should put both the mages in the middle there, actually, to be completely honest. Draw. Trinket Mage. Yes. Somehow we're still up on clock because this is the slowest burn player on the planet. And then right now, while they're tapped down, I'm going to go ahead and go mana, gain 3 life. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana remaining, so we can cast Cryptic Command or Metallic Rebuke as we like. I think I'm okay to take the 3 from the Rift Bolt and then just deal with the rest of their turn. I think we witnessed a Burn Prowess player timeout on Zanman's stream. Wow. If you're talking about the Black-Red Prowess deck, was that on my stream? I don't know. I know I had a Burn player come kind of close yesterday. This person is on pace too. I mean, this is game 1. Like, yo. We're not going to bring in the Dispels against this deck, I don't think. Just because they seem to have a lot more sorceries and they have a Seal of Fire. I mean, the other deck might have had that, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Lurus is in their hand right now, yes. As predicted, the deck that is planning on playing 4 and 5 mana things is better at getting through this companion change than the deck that is planning on playing mostly 1 and 2 mana things. Go figure. So they have 2 cards in hand. One of them is guaranteed Lurus. So I'm going to go ahead and Cryptic Command this and draw a card. I can't imagine how this goes wrong for me, but I'm sure it's possible. But I think this is the right choice. Get out of here. Boop. And then getting to the next turn where we have all this mana, and we already have 1 food. The Gilded Goose is going to keep making us food, so... As much as I don't care for Gilded Goose, it is definitely going to be like Hercules and go the distance here. I can find my way, yonk yonk. I can go the distance. For everyone who completely forgot that Disney's Hercules was a movie, remember, James Woods is phenomenal. Oh, yeah. I was watching your old security tapes. Is it true that you once worked 72 hours straight, Roy? All right. I'm ready to win now, opponent. Crack. They were at 9? So... Swing for 25. No, it's Apu in the episode with James Woods. Hey, is it true that you once worked 72 hours straight? Oh yes, it was horrible, I tell you. By the end, I thought I was a hummingbird of some kind. And then in a few minutes, I tried to drink nectar out of Sanjay's head. Yeah, that's the one. Oh man, life is so good. What is up, Green Mario 777? Did you know that it's official canon that Mario's last name is Mario? His name is Mr. Mario. His name, fully, legally, is apparently Mario, which is just stupid, but wonderfully so. All right, last time I cut Cryptics, I still think that's probably mostly maybe right. Ice-Fang is kind of medium in this matchup, though. I also feel like Aether Vial on the draw is probably pretty rough. I almost want to just take out all of them. And I would like to get Soul Guide Lantern maybe in here somewhere, but I think the Soul Guide Lantern and the Torment Crypt are supposed to come in for longer, grindier matchups, so maybe not. And I think taking out Aether Vial on the draw for Aether Gust here is not a problem. The biggest problem is the fact that we only have 9 main decked artifacts, but we do have the Gilded Geese and Thraben Inspectors who kind of function in a similar way to artifacts, so our artifact count is actually closer to 17. It's just that Emry is really awkward with the rest of these, but Emry for Aether Vial is not that great anyway. I kind of want to keep these because they're supposed to be a thing that's relevant in this deck. It's just so hard for me to feel like that's something I want. Oh, I can get the EE for sure. Just the one. But I don't know if having like 2 Aether Vials is worth it. It's awkward. I definitely want all my stack interaction. So let's cut. Urza's such a banger too. Let's cut 1 Ice-Fang. Alright, try it this way. Let's not get run over by Eidolon's out of nowhere. Do 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 do. All right, Bird Serpent. To quote me, Bird Serpent. Man, this hand is rough. I'm gonna ship this one. Other matchups, this would be a banger. But this matchup, nah. Nah, fam. Yikes! Going to 5. Okay. It's not good, but I'll keep it. So let's toss Urza and turn 2 Emry. Man, that's hard to turn down. I'm Roy, and I approve this mulligan. Nice. Vote Passaratnanathan 2020. I would, my friend. I guess I'm pitching Ice-Fang here. I don't think this Emry is going to survive. Yeah, you know what? Ice-Fang is a 2-for-1. And Gilded Goose is essentially a 2-for-1 against Burn. They'll usually point something at it. Alright, turn 1 Goblin Guide. Help me recoup some of this card advantage. Please. Do it. Come at me. Come on, dork. Yeah! Draw me a card. Come on. Yes! That's my Goblin Guide. That's my boy. Wow, we ripped an Uro? Yeah. Everything's coming up, Millhouse. Hey, they're working. My cuffs are soaked, but my feet are bone... Oh, sorry, my feet are soaked, but my cuffs are bone dry. Everything's coming up, Millhouse. Stupid flood pants. Oh no. No, stop. This is too many. Yikes. My deck with white in it isn't playing Wrath of God or Supreme Verdict. I'm very upset. Oh no. Okay. It's taking 5 here. So I could play Uro this turn. Doesn't help me too much. I should have blocked the Swift Spear. God, I'm an idiot sometimes. Just flat out missed it. Alright. If I play Uro, I cannot play the Metallic Rebuke. So the question is, how worth it is it? It's probably still worth it. Okay. I'm going to play Uro for Bant mana in my Bant deck, because I believe that's the right way to live. Healthy, clean living here. Okay. And then I'm pretty sure I'm going to fire this Bauble off, because I could pick up a Path to Exile. Skullcrack on top. Yikes. Skullcrack is a pretty inefficient burn spell, but... So if they have 2 bolts here, we take 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Thanks, Brian. There's another Uro on top of my deck. Do I want that right now? I don't think so. So bringing up the 2 bolts, by the way, was mostly just thinking about the worst possible scenario. Astrolabe. That's better than what I had. Yikes. Okay. So this turn I can go block, make a food, Metallic Rebuke. Can also cast the Ice-Fang Coatl. But if I cast the Ice-Fang, I can't rebuke. Probably just dead. Their hand was pretty gasoline. But we'll see. All right. Urza on top. Yikes. I mean, part of the problem here... Really? You just put him in a 1? Crazy. Cannot believe I'm not dead here. Cannot believe they didn't kill my goose there. Like, we're almost definitely done here, but I feel like if they had any instant speed spell in their hand... Okay, well, that's not an instant, so I guess part of it is explained. They still have the Skullcrack, so we're toast here. It doesn't matter what we do. We're going to fight the good fight and play this Metallic Rebuke because it's taking my opponent forever to make any decisions, but they're super duper dead. But we get one more game, so. Oh, really? Skullcrack? You said? Oh, Lightning Helix. They wanted to show me another card for some reason. All right, I'll be back in 2 seconds, and we will get into game number 3, second round against Burn. And for reference, Chalice of the Void would have been banging in both these matches. I think my current modern infatuation is Chalice of the Void. We did have to mull to 5 in that deck. Coatl? Oh, Chalice of the Void. Yeah. Yeah. bring that back. Let's go. Yeah, to that end, I think I want to brew up Teamer and Jund Chalice decks that are sort of landsy for tomorrow, Roy. So we might be burning a bunch of tickets. I want to do the Life from the Loam decks with green, red, black, or green, red, blue. Jund lands. Yeah. See what we can put together. Honestly, if Chalice is as good as it is, we could just play green-black lands too, or green-blue. Like obviously the red gives me things that I like Seismic Assault, but let's not limit our thinking. Green alone gives us Ayula's influence, so maybe we can play Chalice mono-green land destruction? I'm thinking thoughts. I'm not saying it'd be good. I'm saying it's something we can explore. Yeah, I know. Monvoli Acid Moss is definitely like one of the first things that came to my mind. Because we played like the mono green Trinisphere Ponza list before, and like was pretty effective, surprisingly effective. And this opponent is just like determined to time out this league. Oh, I forgot to do the thing. So for everyone who hasn't heard it before, oops, no, that's not the right line of text. So
Wynota, the army coordinator.
In English, but translated from Japanese.
分断のまとめ役、ミノータ。
I love that. Thank you, Google Translate. You are a good human. You're not even a human, and you're a good human. Hinota. Well, and what I had to do is Scryfall has all of the Scryfall has all the other languages. So if you pull up Scryfall, you can hit Japanese or Portuguese or French or whatever, and then you're translating from the actual translation. So like, because one of the things I was running into is I was a little bit suspicious at first because when I would translate, right, but if you do English to Japanese and then you hit play this in Japanese, you do get a translation, but the problem is it's a literal translation. And most of the time when they translate Magic into other languages, especially with card names, they localize them. There's a lot lost in translation. Yeah, and like what I didn't know is that Japanese and other, like obviously some languages do this more than others, but I did not realize Japanese would have like sort of phonetic stand-ins, I guess, let's call it, where like they're not, yeah. Oh, transliteration, not translation. Got it. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't actually read that. Yeah, transliteration. Right. Which is like localization, I guess. Like translating with localization. So you're translating the contextual meaning as well as the literal meaning. So like if there's an idiom that another language doesn't have. So like let's grab a card like Waste Not, right? So Waste Not in English is Waste Not, right? In Spanish, it's nada se despirica, which, if I had to guess, is like no waste, which is not really the same thing because waste not is part of an idiom. Translate from Spanish. Yeah, nothing is wasted.
Nothing is wasted.
Nada se desperdicia.
Desperdicia, sí. And in French, rien n'est jamais gâché. Language is fascinating. In French, nothing is ever wasted, which is, again, not the same as waste not. Spoilers for M21? Are we going to Mythic? Sorry, we're waiting on my burn opponent. We are still waiting on them. They're just going to time out, apparently, so I'll take the free win. It's not Mythic spoiler. MTG Core 21 spoiler. What? It's on Reddit? I have Reddit. Damn, Hank! You got a fat neck! Oh my god, that's amazing. Sorry, let's, If anyone wants to know the subreddits that I have, here they are. Magic the Gathering? Yeah. No. Core 21, 2021 art from MTG Germany. Aha! Here we go. Hauptset 2021. Bane Slayer? Massacre Worm. Oh, as a promo. Sick. And Ugin, and that's a Chandra? Something of fire? Her second +1 is deals 2 damage to any target. I can't really read the rest of it. These are leaks, dude. These are not. This is not official spoiler, Roy. Oh, Chandra, Heart of Fire. 3 red. +1, discard your hand, exile the top 3 cards of your library. You may play cards exiled this way until end of turn. +1 deals 2 damage to any target. -9, search your graveyard and library for any amount of instant or sorcery spells. Exile them, then shuffle your library. You may cast them this turn, and then add 6 red. Okay. So you should just kill someone with 6 lightning bolts. Well, and spoilers are really just previews. I mean, we've started calling them spoilers nowadays. I don't know why, but we've started calling them spoilers at some point. Okay. Onwards and upwards. 1-1 against 2 burn decks. Second one maybe didn't count. Why are they timing out? I have no idea. They played really, 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 really slow all match, so I can't. I got nothing. So, Ugin, Massacre Worm, Baneslayer, and the new Chandra. Neat. Oh, I remember this. This is a good joke. Is against the odds a specific reference to something, or is it just like the concept of the fact that you are doing something that's hard to do? We got turn 2 Uro. Opponent has no companion. I'm gonna keep this. No, I know what Saffron Olive's segment is. I like them too. I'm just saying, like, I don't... Like, against all odds, Saffron Olive makes good content. Against the odds is good content. I disagree with the blanket statement that Saffron Olive makes good content. Saffron Olive has some questionable takes, and watching him play is sometimes very painful. Not because he makes mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. I make mistakes. I'm not saying that's why. It's because a lot of the time the way chat is moderated, or rather not moderated in any way, it's very hard for him to get a response on people telling him that he misplayed. And so he'll just sit there being like, where was the pun? I don't understand, for like a minute on end. And even if people are trying to supply the answer, like, it's just not coming through. All right, I think we're slamming this turn 2 Uro against this board. They can't Metallic Rebuke me here, so... The amount of streamers I have chat open is very, very low. Yeah, I mean, I understand that, and that's what I'm saying, is like, I think if you're going to respond to and interact with chat, you probably want to have a well-moderated chat. Saffron Olive is the world's leading champion of Blood Moon. Yeah, I expect he'll play my deck at some point soon. The Sonic Prison, Sonic Pyro. I gotta get used to that name, Sonic Pyro. Because apparently the prison players have some very stringent sort of taxonomy. Is taxonomy the right word? Well, that's frustrating. So basically the prison deck that I made falls within the category of Pyro prison decks. So the official name should have the word Pyro in it, and then since it's supposed to go real fast, we ended up coming up with the term Sonic for Sonic Speed. All right, even though I could just play this snow-covered island, I want more cards in my graveyard for this Uro in the future. I think I'm just going to cycle this Cryptic Command to bounce their Teferi, even though it's not particularly efficient to do so. I just kind of want to keep that off the board, and I don't have anything else to do, so... and they didn't draw a card with it, so this is sort of reasonable tempo play here. Considering we were on the draw, we're ahead on lands because of our Uro, which is great. And that's a really good pickup. Because that means the next turn I can go Flooded Strand, get Mystic Sanctuary, reset my Cryptic, play the Astrolabe, bounce the Teferi again. They may not make the mistake of not activating the Teferi, we'll see. Or they might play something else, but assuming that they just play the Teferi and plus it again, we're going to just loop our Cryptic on it, basically. Depending on what else they could choose to do, we might just pull our Uro out of the yard. I really hope they don't play something like Jace. That would be bad. I mean, we'll be able to advance our board. Magic chats are usually, yeah, they're not great a lot of the time. I try to frequent smaller chats, or Jeff Hoagland's one is sub only, and they have a lot of moderators, so it tends to be pretty organized. But I haven't been there that much recently, just because anyone who's just like regularly very negative about Magic, yeah, I liked it for a long time, but anyone who's just like regularly negative about Magic, I just can't really deal with it anymore. So there's a few streams that I've stopped popping into. And there are people like Canister, which I just can't deal with how obnoxious that stream is most of the time with the like viewer request songs. Okay, so we're playing Urza this turn. Mornings are usually caster or yellow hat. Yeah, Nisif stream's great in my opinion. For me though, my usual go-to morning stream is Spiring Spike. I say morning. It's 10 a.m., 11 a.m. is when he goes live, and that's usually when I get up. So. I would say that I'm a degenerate, but that was my sleep schedule when I was full-time. Yeah. No, I totally get you, dude. Because I'm always streaming at this time, other than Loss and Zandy, Zandman 1414, I don't know, like, who is my competition in the evening slot? I know Floopy Minx goes on at midnight, or midnight-ish, but she's not really competition for what I do. No, I just streams people could click into other than this one. Wyatt Darby, yeah. Gabby Sparts. Does she go on in the evening? Huh. At LSV. Well, I'm screwed. No competition for this stuff. No, not at all, Roy. She's just a good-looking gal. Goes on at midnight. Or like 1 a.m. It's just, so I usually boot up Twitch after I finish, and that's usually the person who has the most viewers at that time. LSV streams are great. I assume they are. I don't have a particularly large amount of love for LSV, but he's fine. I have no dislike. I nothing him. Okay, so we're going to attempt to attack down this Teferi. This draw has been a little rough. We can reset Cryptic and draw it by casting the Uro. No, we cannot, because then we won't have... Okay. So let's see if we can get this Teferi down first. Really? Must have another Teferi. Okay. Take Urza for a spin here, I guess, since they're tapped down. Don't know what the best thing I could hit is, but probably better than doing nothing. And then I can still make food. Can I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can. Okay. Spin to win. Yes, it's everybody's favorite game with Urza Lord High Artificer. Yikes. It's no longer my favorite game, Roy. I screwed up and lied. I don't like this game anymore. Do you think 60 card Rosa is better or Yorion? I think 80 card is definitely better. And again, we definitely don't know yet, but I would hazard a guess that 80 card is still much better. Specifically with Urza, yeah, sure, even Rug or otherwise. Like if you've got the blue Urza core, I think you should be playing it with Yorion, because what it gives you in terms of the mana advantage, is sort of what you want. Oh, I screwed that up. Yeah, I was talking and I screwed it up. All right, we'll just get this. Oops. All right, we're losing Urza here. That's fine. But yeah, so because of the mana engine that Urza gives you, that is exactly the thing that allows you to still utilize your Yorion the best. I think the Urza decks were probably the best Yorion decks before in terms of actually casting Yorion, whereas the Scapeshift deck was just the best Yorion deck in terms of... Did they miss their untap with Teferi? Yikes. So the 80 card Scapeshift decks, just they always kind of wanted to be built bigger than 60. And then just having the instant kill in Scapeshift, and then also having the backup plan of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I can reset the Cryptic now. Punt for punt makes the whole world tilted. Yeah, exactly. So having the backup plan of slide my Astrolabes and my Abundant Growths with Yorion is what made the Scapeshift, the 80 card Scapeshift deck, sort of quote unquote the best Yorion deck. Do you think Scapeshift's still good? Yes. I think Scapeshift is still going to be very good. I don't know if it's going to be... So, like, the whole meta is about to change. So, I cannot tell you with any degree of certainty what is going to be good, because the other decks that are good are obviously such a big part of what makes a particular deck good. What I can tell you is I think that the best Yorion decks will be both Urza and Scapeshift, and we'll just have to see which one of those ends up better positioned against the metagame as a whole. So hopefully that is a clear take that I've made all my... dotted my I's, crossed my T's. Seems fine with me. Both decks are incredibly fun. I agree. Lost and Zandy was saying, like, oh, welcome back to the Mystic Sanctuary format. Mystic Sanctuary is now the best card. And I'm like, dude, I'm so about that. I am so about it. And if people are going to play a lot of Burn, then I will just get my kicks playing Turbo Chalice. Because they're grabbing my Construct. Sure. We have Path to Exile. We'll be fine. They reset a path, so they're going to path my Uro, I assume. But I'm very okay with Modern being a format in which Mystic Sanctuary is a good card. I don't think we're in the Mystic Sanctuary format. I do think it's one of the best things you can be doing, but I don't think it's the best thing. But we'll see. If it is problematic. If you're okay with Path, we should have pathed our Construct now. They're going to path my Uro. Oh, I'm an idiot. Yes, I should have. Yes, thank you, Roy. Good point. Yes. So they gain control of my Construct. What I should have done if I'm planning on killing it is pathed it in response so that I could get the land from it. If I path this now, which I'm going to have to do at some point, they're going to get a land from it. So yes. Yeah, there goes my arrow. Womp womp. So they do have 2 Field of Ruins in play, and we've got 1 more basic in our deck, which is a little sketch, but we'll see. An awful lot of mana, and I still have my Yorion on deck, which they, for some reason, don't have. Interesting. You're going to Archmage's Charm this? Force negation. Yeah, you got it. So, Path to Exile? How have the vials been for you so far? What would you replace them with? So, yeah, I haven't used them yet at all, and I fully believe that they are not necessary in this archetype, but the person who built this deck, Mr. Raeb, whose name is in the stream title here, they are a very clever brewer who I have a lot of faith in, so they put them in here because now Yorion goes into our hand when we do this. So the vials are not necessary at all. I would have to look a little more in depth to give you a real answer on what I would add. I don't really want to give you a snap answer with no real... Shoot, we're not going to have enough 2 Cryptic here. Well, I hope I don't need it. They do not. Make food in response. I'd rather have 3 mana open and just like front like I have something. I don't want to tap down against another control deck that could like start landing haymakers and be like, I don't need to care. Yikes. Okay. No, they don't spell featuring like I did in the title. I just think the FT, which people would pronounce as feet for a period, Larynx Punchworthy, was incredibly silly, and I'm making fun of it. Like years after it was relevant, by the way, as is my way. My topical humor is never topical when the topic is actually important or relevant even. Okay, so here comes Uro. The Homer way, yeah. No, it's the Grandpa way, right? Oh, I used to be with it, but then what it was changed, and now what is it is weird and unnerving to me. I forget the exact quote. Oh, Homer, you're still here? Man, you are slow. Something said, not good. Get out! That is a great scene. Ooh. One Icedy Fang. I like. Probably just gonna EE this Uro, but... probably should just play this now. See if it resolves. Wow, you are slow. I love that. Something said, not good. Teferi on top. Yikes. Okay, so gonna need this. Any merit to we should hold on to it for a potential 3 fairy? No. They'll just play it after combat. Like, literally all they'll do is attack with the Uro, and then I'll pop it, and then they'll... Like, I don't want to let them draw cards with the Uro, because then they could draw a 3-drop Teferi. Yeah. That's all I got. That's all I got. Yeah. No! Cryptic for Cryptic. Okay, are they going to correctly untap their lands this time? That's the real question. Yes, good for them. They're learning. Maybe they'll untap our lands. That is a legal choice. Oh, you're a little late, my friend. This Prismatic Vista doesn't fetch anything anymore. I can fire it off into my... Yikes! Okay. I can fire it off into my graveyard if I had an Uro to get, but my only Uro thus far has been pathed. So... okay. Not even going to get to poke their Teferi they also had. Looks like we're going to be in trouble, friends. I think we're flooding a little bit. We're not holding the vials anymore. I think I just drew both of them. I'm pretty sure within the last turn cycle I drew both of them. I mean, part of the reason is I wanted to hold the vials in my hand generally because I want to hold 4 cards in my hand against the control deck, even though it's not actually at all relevant, like ever, to do that. But it's just like the way I want to play Magic is I want to have 4 cards in my hand to bluff with rather than 2. Having like 2 cards in your hand in situations like this just is so crappy. Importantly too, Roy, the Aether Vials are going to cost us clock time. Sure, I just don't know how I'm going to draw any of those things. I guess I can just top deck an Urza at any point. They are on 6 cards in hand. Good lord. Aether Vials are very clock intensive though, so. Snack. Urza. Cryptic ain't not bad. No, I understand, dude. I mean, I get it. I'm just like, I get the Aether Vial's in the deck for a reason. Like, it's good. I just don't like playing out a bunch of, like, very low efficacy cards from my hand. And being like, yep, only 2 cards left. Probably not as good as your several. I think I want to rebuke this, just on sort of general principles. Like, I get to counter a spell here, and it's something that's a free 2-for-1 for them right now. Because this Uro is already kind of problematic. They're tucking an Ice-Fang Coatl. What the hell does that mean? Okay. Yeah. They can't escape Uro. I guess. They have 6 cards in their hand. Like, no, I get it, but I'm like, oh, that's just surprising to me. I wanted to do this. Man, if I draw an Urza, I have awful lot of mana. Right. Hot fire off the top deck. Hot fire. I mean, that ain't not bad. Trinket Mage. I'd hold on to Urza until a Vial hits 4, given how they've played this. I mean, I guess. With the Trinket Mages in the main deck of this configuration, I feel like there should be like at least 1 Soul Guide Lantern in the main. Jeez. Just. Whew. Snap. Sure. You got me. Sure. Okay. We'll leave the Ice-Fang back to make them think twice about attacking with their Uro, but they're going to have 7 cards in hand at the end of this turn, plus they've only gone through 2 Mystic Sanctuaries. If I had to guess, they're probably a 3 Mystic Sanctuary deck, so the fact that they didn't reset their Cryptic Command before they drew makes me think that they're just rolling in interaction here. But playing Ice-Fang at sorcery speed means they probably don't have specifically creature removal. Wow. Seriously? Okay. been a weird game. I think I'm putting both my vials to 3, and then no, I should keep one on 2, and then next turn put them to 3 and 4. Okay. Okay. This is game 3. This is game 1, my friend. Game 1. Their clock abuse has been impressive. They're just spanking that bad boy. Oof. I don't have any lands left. They might run out of time. So my clock is on just 14 minutes. Oh, can we not see it? Did I screw up the... Oh, I see. I see. Hold on. Yeah, let me adjust where my portrait is. Sorry, opponent. F6. Actually, you should be able to see my clock now. So we are up on clock by 3 minutes in this game 1. But most importantly, if game 2 goes a reasonable length at all, they're just going to time out on that one too. Like, which is like, so I'm on 41 cards, and I need to top deck one of my 3 remaining Urzas or an Uro. Uro into Urza would be pretty great. Taking 9. Weird. Huh. Yeah, that's not good at all. So I can gain 12? So I'm not dead yet. Not dead yet. I'm not really about winning this matchup on clock, but when your opponent plays so freaking slow, and this has been all league for some reason, everyone's been playing really slow, so just a little spiteful about it. Remember, Roy, hate the player, not the game. Wait, is that the thing? Is that the actual thing? I don't know things. Crap, crap, crap. Okay, good. Did not yield through the turn, because I would like to vial in this Emry. Emry. Sure. Is that the actual quote, though? It is, right? Like, that's the actual saying? Pretty sure it is. No? Does it hate the game, not the player? That doesn't seem right. It's the other way around. Is it really? Hate the game, not the player? Don't hate the player, hate the game. Okay, there we go. Thank you. I knew it was in the right order. Oh. Are we in this? We might be in this. Let's play Astrolabe. It's a modern way of saying don't shoot the messenger. I mean, kind of. I don't think those are quite the same, but... Okay, am I vialing in? Oh, I'm vialing in this Trinket Mage is what I'm doing. Man, we are just drawing fire now. Could we have done this a little bit earlier? Would that be possible, deck? Would that violate the TOS? So I'm pretty sure I'm vialing in my Urza specifically because then I can play spells off my deck because I've got a lot of mana here. Hello, uncounterable Urza. Boosh. What's going on, nerd? Okay. Haven't played a land yet this turn. Spin to win, baby. Do 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 do. Cast. Trigger. Trigger. I want to play this deck in paper so badly. Someday. Alright. So we can draw the Cryptic off the top of my deck and fog them here, hopefully. Otherwise, we have assembled enough blockers to just not die. Took a lot of clock, though. I just don't know if it's worth it. Yeah. Crack a clue. Draw the Cryptic. Alright, you can tuck my Urza. He did the work. He gave me an extra turn. Bounce the Construct. Well, that's just rude. So we're going to try... No, we're not going to try to Cryptic Loop here. Because they have Field of Ruins in play that they've spent all game not cracking. So we should die here? No, we're not going to quite die here. We're going to have one more turn. Boo, 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 doo, boo, boo, doo, boo, doo. No, don't hate the player, hate the game is definitely living by the letter of the law is not an affront to the law is basically what, or it's not insulting you to live to the letter of the law. If you've got a problem with the way someone is living their life, as long as it's not illegal, then you probably need to have a problem with the law, not with the person. So, which is pretty applicable in a Magic context because we ripped another Urza. We can Urza again on their turn. Was that from last turn? And if so, in what way would that be relevant? They're forcing another Bauble. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Let's draw an Uro, or let's mill an Uro. Nope. Well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's spin again. Yeesh. All right, one more. Are we just dead? Oh, we hit an Uro. Nice. So we get to gain 3. which should keep us alive. Nope. Nope. They got another mana link. All right. Ah, so close. General responsibility justifying deflecting idioms. Yeah, I guess so. Rebuke the leak. Oh, I could have done. I think they could pay for it. I wasn't looking at it, and I forgot that I had that in Exile. Also pay for it with Construct. Well, it was free. I don't know if they were tapped out. I wasn't paying enough attention because I just assumed that I just for some reason my brain was like, oh, you activated Urza and you didn't. Oh, we couldn't pay for the. Oh, we could have paid for the leak. God, I just punted all of that. Sorry. This is not a tight evening for play. My opponents are messing with my head by being so slow. Like it's really, really hard for me to stay engaged in a game state when they're like just taking forever on everything. I think I want Crypt and Soul Guide here. It's a tough deck. Yeah, but I've played a lot of Urza decks. Like I'm just not like feeling on my game fully. Should I probably want EE because they could have Teferis and stuff coming out. I don't know that I want Disdainful Stroke here. I think that I do. The problem is Teferi on 3. And then Dispel is probably also quite good. Thraben Inspector is probably not something I need. We played a lot of Urza's decks, so it's not. I don't think that part is like the complex number of interactions is not really a problem. I don't think. Do I want Ice-Fang out here? No. Every time I've ever cut Ice-Fang in a matchup, it feels wrong. I feel like Metallic Rebuke could go out here because we're bringing in Dispel, and Dispel kind of does what I want, but bigger. And Disdainful Stroke. Problem is, Rebuke is such a nice all-purpose counter in the early game, but then right now I have very few ways to deal with Teferi 3. Although last game, the way I dealt with him was like Cryptic Bounce and then beat him down. All right, let's go like this. Sorry, just needed to respond to an email from the 95-year-old lady for whom I do groceries. We are now not super ahead on clock, so I'm going to try to play reasonably quickly here. This hand plays Magic. It's obviously like really poor, but I'm going to keep my 6 here. Somewhere Roy is cursing me, and I should play the island first if we're going to be tight, but oof. Okay. Well, we could always hit the best possible turn 2 draw, I guess. I'm not mad, just disappointed. Well, thanks, Roy. Glad you're not mad. It's cool. We're just going to do the thing I said where we're just going to draw everything we need. Still helping the less fortunate. Yeah, I mean... That's what my wife tells me. Yeah. Well, the reason Roy says that is that the joke is that's mom for mad. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. That's mom for mad. Okay. I don't think I'm just supposed to fire off Urza into all their open mana here. I think what we're supposed to do is the classic control player thing of we're just going to keep playing lands until one of us misses a land drop. And then whoever starts missing land drops is going to feel pressured to play stuff, which actually favors us really well because our hand has nothing in it. And but the more turns go on, the more likely we are to draw somethings. Okay. We also got the Ice-Fang attacking, which I don't. In the control matchup, do nothing. It's a power move. It is. Oh no! I can't path it, can I? Obviously I can, but I choose not to. Then they'd have the high ground. Man, I'm gonna make so many food. Feud. Ich liebe die Feud. Emry. Ooh. Okay. Oh, there's an Uro? Okay, that's great for next turn, probably. Path my Emry. Sure. Yes. In the main phase? So am I going to cast this Uro? I think so. Nice. Resolves. Yikes. Snap path. Nice. Get him. Good for you, opponent. You know what's up. No, I know time is running out. I mean, there's... Oh, I should have put the land in. I could have cast Urza there. I'm a goof. I didn't want a Sanctuary for no value, but I 100% should have there to cast the Urza. Did we flipped a Disdainful Stroke. Yeah, let's play one Urza here. We've got like infinite mana. It resolved? Oh my god. Wait, no, I don't want to do any of this. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna pass the turn. Jeez. I wonder if this means they have like Verdict in hand. I bet it does. Yep. Okay. So I could spin Urza here, but it's not a lot of value, so I think that's fine. And of course, I played a land before Urza because I'm bad. Oh, damn it, deck. Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do me like that? Right. Verdict again. Yeah. They're setting up for Verdict again. Ugh. We're gonna end up losing on clock somehow too. Oh well. Oh, they didn't do anything though. Okay, well maybe we can win this game. Wait, I should have done that after I did some spinning, but that's okay. And yes, I'm aware that Disdainful Stroke can't counter Supreme Verdict. Damn Urza spins are what are getting us here. Nice. Even if I'm about to get verdicted, I'll take it. Get smacked with the verdict stick. Hello. What about the third Urza? Have you a Cryptic? I'm ready. Nice. Thurza. Yeah. Wait. Hey, it's another goose. Do I want to pat the goose? Nah. Nah, we good. Wait. Alright, opponent. I got lethal. What do you got? Sanctuary, Supreme Verdict. Pass the turn, eh? Seems bad for you. They must have done that in second main phase specifically to try to pump me for F6, I'm going to assume. Which is sad. I don't know why I call it pumping. I feel like that's something I got from like poker or something like that, but I don't watch poker, so... I know I think of it as pumping the opponent for information, where you're like trying to make them make for pump fake. Is that a thing? I don't know what that is. Pump faking. In football, a pump fake is when you pretend to throw a ball. Sports ball, got it. Well, that doesn't make any sense. That wouldn't be where I got it from. I mean, maybe I picked it up somewhere, but... Pump faking. So it's like the thing where you mess with your dog by pretending to throw the ball and then they go running where they thought it was going to go. Sports ball! Sports, 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 sports. Marge, Bart gets to ride up front because he's a good guy at sports. Oh, de-sideboarded me. Very nice. Thank you, Magic Online. Actually, if I'm going to win this game, I probably just want all my creatures on deck. We're going to run a weird configuration here. Good luck, Godspeed. Except less douchey? I don't know. Dogs seem to... I think dogs respond to... board in win cons, board out dirtles, yeah. I think dogs respond to intellectual stimulation as much as physical. So... Unless that's not... You were not calling my pump faking your dog as douchey. Your quarterback can be tackled after they pump fake, though, right? Like, because their arm went back to throw. Is that accurate? It goes back and forward. So I'm pretty sure they can then be tackled if I... That's how often you do it. Well, it matters what kind of dog you have, too, right? Oh, this is a cool line. So Thraben Inspector with Astrolabe on 1 means I get to cast Emry for 1 mana on 2. Kind of slick. Obviously, it's not likely to matter in this game, but like if you have a very smart dog, they might enjoy getting faked out. Roy, the clock doubling is no longer relevant. You have an Uro in there. Good response, my friend. Good response. I can actually start attacking this turn, though. Yes! Bleed, clock opponent! Bleed! Perfect. Nice, perfect draw. I mean, we can't win this game on clock, but that was a sick draw. I'm gonna be happy with this one, even when we lose. There's just no way. God, that's so frustrating. It's not gonna be good enough, but. If we'd actually gotten to play a game of Magic here, I think we could have gotten it. And it's on me. It's definitely a thing that happens when I stream Urza sometimes. I'm not going to play fast enough in the early parts of some of the games. We were up by 3 minutes in game 1, and then I ended up squandering it weirdly. Probably should have just conceded that game being up 3 minutes when I knew that I wasn't going to win it, but... It's not really how I want to play Magic here. Okay, we're gonna time out doing what we love, casting Uro. Feels good, man. Feels good. Do you know how many cards Uro was gonna earn us there? Like 5. 5 cards. That number's made up. It's actually going to be like a 3-for-1. I'll be back in 2 seconds. We'll get into match number 4. Spinning Urza. I do also love Spinning Urza. Okie dokie. Back to it. Twirling. Twirling towards freedom. That's what Urza's all about. And always twirling. I will say, I don't know if... Sorry. Nope, lost my thought. It's okay. It'll come back. I do miss playing Urza competitively. Maybe Urza has a comeback. We'll see. Can I play Chalice in an Urza deck, I wonder? It's on a work call. How screwed are we? What did I miss? We timed out playing Bant Urza against Bant 60-card Bant control. We had a Boros Burn player timeout against us in match 2, which was weird. Very strange. Against MTG next level. Let's get next level, nerds. Hands banger. Let's go. Let's go! Okay. Oh, we got an Aether Vial on turn 1. That's kind of sick. I wonder if this deck could play... Holy crap. It really is the end of the world as we know it. Well, I feel fine. Whew. All 1-drops, huh? So let's get an island. As the Urza decks of yore do, we've dumped 1 million permanents in play on turn 1. Okay, let's find our 1 engineered explosives. Okay, really? Let's find our 1 engineered explosives. Well, maybe not. maybe not. No reports of damage? I guess LA is on a fault line, right? So their infrastructure is well set up for earthquakes, as far as is my understanding. So that goes on the stack. Let's put in this second Thraben Inspector and then let that resolve. Jeez. Spinning our wheels. Twirling, twirling, twirling. Twirling towards freedom. I should have baubled myself there, actually, because if there was a land on top, I could have used this food and my land to crack a clue and gotten to that. But you'd feel it, but only poorly built buildings would have problems. Okay. I know the Richter scale is logarithmic. Is it logarithmic? So, in the exact play that I suggested a second ago, we sort of got punished for. Are we against an Obosh deck? We are. They just have a super mana heavy draw. Interesting. Magus or Clothis? Nope. Glory Banger? Yikes. Exponential. No, I think... I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure each level of 10 is... Or each 10 on the scale is, 100 more than the previous one? Or however it works. Let's put my Aether Vial on 3. Hit all the land drops. We're going to be able to fog them on their next attack, which is kind of nice. So let's put an island into play so that I can start looping a Cryptic and attack for 2. Might as well. While we're stuck here. Yeah, okay, logarithmic. I was correct. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was telling you, dude. Well, Decibel works the same way. Blood Moon. Counter tap, maybe? How much do I care about the Blood Moon? Obviously, it shuts off my Mystic Sanctuaries, but I don't think I'd rather draw a card than deal with that. No, I need to counter that. Counter target spell, tap all creatures. Dude. Yeah, they're still going to have 3 more mana here. Unfortunate. Second Blood Moon. That's just rude. So there's only 2 Trinket Mages in my deck. There's 4 Urzas, so... Yup! Just like we drew it up. Yep. Here's my big guy. Bop. Okay, we haven't played a... No, we have played a land this turn, so I screwed up already. Yay! Okay, clues don't require to tap for their ability, so let's just tap those down. Oh, and red sources. Yeah. And now I could still make food. Yeah. Spin them. Wow. But I already... Oh, no, I tapped my fetch land. God, I'm bad at this game. Guess we bounced the Glorybringer, draw a card. So we could draw another Cryptic or something similar. Actually, instead of doing this, could I have grabbed Yorion and cast it? No. Okay, so we're going to attack for 2 here. We're going to put Yorion in our hand. Blood Moon. Well, so what I'm saying is I should not have used the... No, I could have bounced the Blood Moon and then fetched the Mystic Sanctuary and reset the Cryptic. And then I still have clues to crack to draw the Cryptic and then cast it again. So we could have done a whole mess of a thing. All right. I don't need you to block this turn. Oops. So I need 1, 2, 3. And then I'm not going to be able to make a food. Oh well. Put them in my hand. Yeah. Okay. It's not it wasn't a clean turn, but I'll take it. Yep. Bye, Urza. You did good, kid. You did good. They have 3 here. They have Clothis. Redundant Blood Moon. Oh, they put the Obosh in their hand. That's fair. It's weird. It goes on the stack. Just like Leonin Arbiter. The special abilities in this game, they have to go on the stack and resolve. Even though they don't actually. Magic Online needs it. It's very needy. Yeah. Bye, Urza. Yeah. Why couldn't you be a dragon like your brother Mishra? Oh, we can do the Yorion. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that. Get up, come on, get down with the shake dash. Okay, so wherever Mr. Rabe is right now, I'm sure he's smiling down upon this play. So do I want to do it now or I'm pretty sure I just want to do this now. And I think we're going to reset the Aether Vial because this is the only 5 in the deck. I could have made food before I did that, but I think having the mana open to crack these clues is probably better. Yikes. Good draw. Thanks, deck. Thank you. These are the cards I needed to draw. I think if we've got a competition here based on who's got more permanence, I'm pretty sure I'm winning. Hey, opponent, whose board is bigger? Thunk. Just thunk this on the table. Yeah, but Alex, because the magnitude scale is, or the Richter scale is logarithmic, it like once it starts to be like relevant, like let's say like a 5 is relevant, then like a 6 is like damaging, and a 7 is like a disaster, and an 8 is like cataclysm. Yeah, but it's because I know how the decibel scale works, so like. Been in a 6.4, it was fun. Where were you in a 6.4? Were you out west? Were you hanging out in the big mountains there? Acapulco. Dude, sick. Hey, Roy. You seen my board? It's huge. You're winning the permanence game, but not the permanence game? No, I'm pretty sure I'm winning this game just generally. I haven't won yet, but like... It's a pretty good chance. What do y'all think of Teferi in the sideboard? Yeah, I think Teferi is a great card. It doesn't synergize with this deck at all, but like... Yeah. It does, because you Teferi plus Astrolabe is a banger. Stomp. Are you stomping my face? For 2? Okay. I hope you weren't thinking that was about to be 4. Bolt me? Oh, God. Oh, I tapped down. I can't use my food. Oh, that's so tilting. Oh, man. Wow. Nice one. That was sick. Good for them. We were... Oh, no. We weren't going to do anything. Wow. We've had some real bad luck in this league. Like, I'm not blaming this deck on it, like, or I'm not blaming our result fully on it. I've definitely made some questionable plays, but that was savage bad luck there. So, I think we'll toss these rebukes for the Aether Gusts. I think that's the only change I really want to make. I could play Disdainful Stroke, but a lot of their payoffs are on 3, so I think we're just good with that. Yeah, I'm good with this. My opponent does not want to respond in chat. That's fine, I don't need you. I've got my chat. Got my own chat with blackjack and hookers. Right, double Ice-Fang. If this ain't good enough, I ain't know what would be. We will need a green source, but not yet. Turn 1 Aether Vial. The Aether Vial was kind of sick last game. Started playing MTG back in February. I was wondering how do players who play competitively usually manage their collection online versus paper? Do they get the decks on both? So that really depends on the player. I'm sure you could find a wide number of answers. In paper, a lot of the better competitive players will sort of have friends or just general like networks of people who own cards. Some competitive players like Jerry Thompson, for example. Jerry Thompson, as far as I can hear from him talking on the Arena Decklist podcast, I think he just owns like close to every relevant card for Modern and close to every relevant card for Pioneer. When the Pioneer format started competitively, there were a lot of competitive players who were scrambling for cards that they had never really felt like they needed to own. And also, like, their connections were drying up really fast because it's all well and good to have one person who helps you get cards, but they can't help, like, 8 people get the same cards. Because in the beginning of that format, like, there was only a few things that seemed to be particularly good. But people usually make networks and in paper if they play a lot of competitive events, if they want to play a lot of different decks. People will also pretty frequently like liquidate parts of their collection to buy cards that they need for competitions. Just sell off chunks of stuff they don't play with. Networking is hype. It's certainly going to help you a lot along the way. I liquidated a lot of my EDH stuff. Yeah. Roy, you hate networking because you hate people. You don't hate networking, Roy. You hate people. Literally, in a fraternity, networking is what we do, exactly. Well, like, Roy, I used to be pretty down on networking. And I guess I still kind of am, but wow, they're going after my Aether Vial with their pillage? God, that is so good for us. Like, I already just used it for so much mana advantage. I used to be really down on networking, but I've softened a bit in my older age. I kind of always wanted potent potables. Judging's networking too. Well, I think the problem I had with networking was the assumption or the feeling that it was all nepotism, and it's not. So for what I've tried to stay the same genre of decks, all require staples in that archetype, is that a good way to do it? Yeah, exactly. So what I would say, Impact, is that what you can do is, like, for online, getting a subscription service is... online getting a subscription service is super cheap. It's like $60 a month for a very I think I have like 750 ticket limit, which can you can use to rent almost everything. And that's a great way to play online because you can test almost any kind of deck that you want. And once you get good with a deck online, you can, in theory, like actually break even or start earning tickets with it. But once you're good with something, and if you play in paper a lot, you will find people that can help you out with cards. And usually you'll be able to borrow decks, or at least pieces of decks, if you start making a Magic player network. I wonder if they also have a Glory Banger here. That's going to suck. Bearscape. Okay. See ya, Lightning Bolt. Don't you want Worms of the Earth? Yo, did you all see that Arbor Elf? It was uncounterable. So is it unrelated to try to acquire those cards? I just think that if you have any level of ability to connect with other human beings, which I assume that you do, then you're going to be able to borrow plenty of cards. Okay, guys, can you stop with the spam while someone's trying to ask me questions about playing Magic? I mean, I love you all, but... gonna have to get the mod stick out. Thanks. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, I think it's unrealistic to try to acquire like a complete modern collection. But what you said is like a natural way to grow your collection. And that's kind of what I did. Like the first thing I built in Modern was Grixis Control. And that got me blue-black, red-black, and black-red dual lands. Actually, no, sorry. The actual first thing I built, my bad. Counter target spell, draw a card. The actual first thing I built was Mardu Pyromancer when I came back to playing Modern competitively. So I built Mardu Pyromancer, which was a good deck at the time. And I won some store credit while playing it. And then because I had the black-red duels, I could then segue toward playing... I know they have Lightning Bolt in their hands, so we're not blocking here. I can then segue my way towards playing Grixis Control, which is blue, red, black... and then from there, I just kept growing the blue sort of chunk of my card collection. And you just kind of grow it organically like that. And every now and then you may get tempted with like, oh, I really want to buy into an entirely different archetype, an entirely different set of cards than what I've played before. And, all right, do I want to Cryptic on this next turn? Yeah, I think so. Sorry, I'm trying to play a game. So we're going to reset this Cryptic. We're going to play the Bauble. We're going to Bauble them and draw the Cryptic on their turn so that we have a level of defense here. I could have Trinket Maged first and then... Okay, my bad. It's my not playing Urza decks for a little while showing. We can pick up our Yorion, though, and still have Cryptic here, so we're good. I keep playing other archetypes for Arena. Yeah. I mean, Arena's great because as long as you have one functional deck, you just do your quests and earn, an amount of gold every day. So hopefully I don't have another Veil of Summer here. And with the gold that you earn on Arena, you can just keep expanding your collection and playing similar cards and et cetera, et cetera. For paper, I think it's a good idea to like find an archetype that you really like without paying for any cards. And then, oh no. Okay, it's Obosh. Okay, cool. If that was Glorybringer, I was going to be annoyed, but... Please attack with your Seasoned Pyromancer. Do it now. But yeah, so like I bought into the blue-black and blue-red cards first, and then I think in paper, eventually I started playing some of the artifact decks, so I slowly acquired some Ensnaring Bridges and some Mox Opals. Right now I have everything for 5-color Niv and everything for Urza. That is what I own competitively. There's a surprisingly small amount of overlap between those two archetypes. I was unpleasantly surprised. Okay, so we can go Trinket Mage. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Trinket Mage gets me Astrolabe. So we have 6. We can use 3 things to cast Yorion and flicker it, and then we still have... Yeah, okay, cool. Still gonna have Cryptic. Actually, we're gonna have more than Cryptic, because Urza is gonna give us another +1 mana. Whee! Went from Sultai Delirium and Pioneer to Bant, Snow, Teamer, and Scapeshift. Well, so you had a lot of lands, right? Because you would have had the shocks. Yeah, and the Uros. Oh yeah, Uro. Yeah, when you own Uros and you've put the money into buying Uros and you look at Modern, you're like, where can I play my $50 cards? Or at least I would be like that. Oh, I should have grabbed EE. Should I? No, maybe not. Yeah. And it's funny because I came the other way. I got the Uros on release weekend of Theros because I knew they were going to be bangers. Counter target spell, return target permanent. And so when I was looking at different Pioneer decks, I'm like, well, Uro decks are good, and I own these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so they can spend their whole turn replaying Obosh here, which is fine. Which is fine with me. Can I kill them? I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 power? We can almost kill them. All right. Astrolabe Tron. It looks like we got real lucky, but we did Trinket Mage for some of that. Okay, so we're about to have 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14... Can I get one more artifact in play without losing 1 power? Yes, I can. So we'll keep the original Urza. New Urza gives me a trigger. Trigger gives me a token. Your team's tapped. Kill you. Crack. Yeah, see? This is how I normally play Urza. This is normally the kind of lines that I find without trying hard. That other day was just a fluke. They pillaged my Aether Vial. That was interesting. I guess they were scared of like game one really looked like it was in my grasp. Where are the keys to my fucking Batterskull? I love this. I love this. When this came out, this was just banging. I love the Jitte tattoo on her fingers. For reference, Impact. Once upon a time, Stoneforge Mystic was banned in Modern for crimes it committed in Standard. Same with Jace the Mind Sculptor, and they have both been unbanned since and have been exceedingly not problematic. Stoneforge Mystic was on the ban list for so long past where it was going to be particularly relevant. Opponent finally mulls. I got a banger of a 7 here. If they come out swinging with turn 2 Pillage, we're going to be okay. Jita is still banned, though. Jita is very thankfully still banned. With the biggest reason why is it would just make any creature on creature deck just a complete clown fest. Okay. My opponent put 4 power into play on turn 2. Yikes. Luckily, we have a pretty good hand against this. And it gets better. I love Obosh because they don't have to care about Boil. That card is so awful. Yeah, Boil's a hell of a thing. Boil's a hell of a thing. Playing against the Obosh decks, seeing that they've got Obosh as their companion is... it's definitely a bit of a relief. When you're shuffling up for game 2. No bolts. Would you like to bolt this one? Perhaps? Maybe I should have put Goose in there. Because Goose gives me mana for Uro next turn no matter what. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Do you want to bolt something, opponent? Make your choice. Your soul is mine. Do. Do have my soundboard up.
That's it. I'm dead.
Love it.
Work. They came from behind.
Yeah, opponent, do you have anything to say about my sweet play here? Should I start shuffling my Ice-Fang Coatls? Actually, this doesn't have my Urzas. My Urzas are... I should get my windmills out. Stomp! You jerk. Wow, they stomped an elemental. Does this have my Urzas? No, they're in this one. With the Thopters. Hold on. Okay, so Vial on the stack. Let's activate Vial. Put in my Goose. And then let Vial go up. Yikes. Okay. I'm probably just supposed to sit. Because This Aether Gust is probably pretty necessary. So... Hey, look, the Aether Gust was necessary. Called shot. Get out of here. For reference, the number one reason that I love playing Urza, especially in paper, is this. The windmill token from Unstable is like Howl's Moving Castle in windmill form. For some reason, that just tickles me. So they put Glurbranger on top. Yikes. I don't love it, but I do like that movie. It's more that I get to beat people with a battle windmill. Something about that's just great. Ha! Cryptic I can't cast. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna put in another Trinket Mage. Or we're gonna put in the Trinket Mage. Maybe we'll get my Astrolabe, play an Astrolabe. Get tripping. Favorite Miyazaki film? Yeah, you mentioned that before, Roy. Because you connect to the main character? There was something like that? Spirited Away. I like Spirited Away a bit more. Of the Miyazaki films I've seen, I like Spirited Away. Nausicaa? What is Nausicaa? Oh, like Nausicaa is your second favorite? I don't know what that one is. I don't... Surprisingly, that's a Miyazaki film I don't know the name of. Valley of the Wind. Oh, there's two in a row I don't know. So I've seen Princess Mononoke, My Neighbor Totoro, is that the name of it? And there's Poyo, Kiki's Delivery Service. That's one movie? Huh. Okay. I believe you. Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. Okay. I believe you. I just never heard of it. Alright. Are we getting banged? Doesn't attack with Elemental. Okay, so they're not banging my Trinket Mage. That's fine. Trinket Mage is going to block your Pyromancer. Okay. The draw is actually really good, and this Aether Vial is going to be banging this game. Cool. So, that goes on the stack, sure. Activate Vial. Yes. Put an Uro. Gain 3. Draw a card. Put that into play. Okay. Question is, do I want to tick up the Vial? I don't think so, because I have another Uro. So, I think we're just going to escape this Uro. So, here's my 6/6. I'm also at 15. Oh, and a land. Nice. Do I want to play this Thraben Inspector? Kind of. But I don't want to sacrifice my ability to reset the Cryptic Command next turn. So, I think we're good. At 15, I'm not worried too much. They haven't put the Obosh in their hand yet, and they can't do that this turn. If we were on the old companion rule, they would be able to, so... Like, obviously, it's come up a bunch of times this league. I'm just pointing out that the Obosh deck here did manage to cast Obosh in a previous game, and currently is being limited by the new companion rule here, so it's interesting to see the ramifications actually coming up in paper. But yeah, Impact, if you ever decide to play Urza in paper, get yourself some of the unstable construct tokens, because they are Howl's Moving Windmill. They also have a tiny reference to Don Quixote, which the set also has with Knight of the Kitchen Sink. They exerted this time. Okay, so they really want to go through. They're banging my goose. Aw, poor little goose. Goose got banged. All right. On upkeep, we are going to shoot. Well, no, I didn't want to. Finger was on the wrong hotkey. All right, I wanted to use that for this other, and then I'm compounding mistakes here for no good reason. My bad, folks. My bad. Slippery fingers leading to bad plays. Okay, so 4, 5, 6. Do I want to attack? Yeah, probably. Got the Cryptic, so. Oop. So I think we're going to play Thraben Inspector and Trinket Mage this turn, because their Glory Banger is exerted. And we can also play the Ice-Fang or Crack a Clue. But I want to hold the Ice-Fang for next turn, because next turn we'll be able to go after... next turn we're going to be able to go after their... maybe we should have gotten Mishra's Bauble. Next turn, we're going to be able to... Words. They cycle Veil. Nice. Okay. Next turn, we'll be able to Ice-Fang to block their Glorybringer. Of course, if they bring in Oboe Shear, which they are doing... No, they can't afford it. They're 1 mana off. Button Crusher, sure. Yeah, they cannot profitably attack here, so we're gonna Cryptic them next turn for sure. And then the turn after that we could Ice-Fang or what have we. So we're in a good spot. Good memoirs. Not great memoirs, but yeah. I wish I hadn't completely botched that turn. That was brutal. Hopefully we can get away with this one. And, okay. Let's draw a card. Well, that's kind of neat. Oh, I can Aether Vial and then Yorion this turn. We're going to do that. Yeah, I think we are going to do that, probably. It would be nice to have an Urza beforehand, but... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 plus EE on 3. No? EE on 3 seems real bad. What if I EE on 1? What if I EE on 1, then use a Yorion to slide everything I own, basically, and pop it while everything's gone? Yeah. Can attack with Arrow first. Play E on 1, play Yorion, slide my board, pop the EE. I think that's what we're going to do. Nope. Please group block my arrow. Please applaud. Nice. So E on 1. Play Yorion. Sorry. Companion. Yes, sliding my Uro does mean Uro's gonna die. I don't mind. Boosh. Bye, nerds. Do 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 do. Oh, land drop. Nice. Woof. Woof. Well, sure hope this is good enough. So they can't cast their Obosh unless they picked up a land. Yeah. Going to combat, sure. Just Bone Crusher? Okay, I was like, what? What? Who are you banging? You're banging Yorion? What? Okay, there we go. I had to confuse. Is there any instant or sorcery in my graveyard? Literally none. Okay. Well, they just played one Lightning Bolt, so, and one of the cards in their hand is Obosh, so hopefully they don't have a second one. Now, I could block the Glory Banger. Where does that put me for next turn? I guess I have another Ice-Fang, so yeah, it doesn't really matter which way I block, and I kind of want the Glory Banger dead. Okay. Just need to figure out how I'm going to win this game, but I'm pretty sure there's no wrong way to eat this Reese's now. We're grotesquely ahead. I think we drew like 5, 6, 7 cards last turn. Like obviously some of it in the form of clues, which we need to crack in future, but like, okay, so I don't want to tap off Cryptic. I have 2+ Cryptic right now. I think I just need Cryptic. I could replay an Uro right now. Then I don't have Cryptic, but I'm not really worried about them playing an Obosh if they get there, so let's just play this, get a win condition into play, and try to not time out. Oh, path is perfect. Thank you, deck. Deck knew what I needed. Deck knew what I needed. Sure. Results. Everything's coming up Millhouse. We're at 23 against the aggressive deck. Seems good. Chump block. Okay. Look at me. I'm the aggro deck now. Oh. Well, I could have EE'd on 3 there. Obviously, it would have killed my Uro, but it would kill their Blood Moon and their Bone Crusher, which is... Alright. I don't know. Let's draw infinite cards. What's on top of my deck? Let's find out. Play Astrolabe. Hallowed Fountain. Okay. Just so you know, opponent, I would have shocked that if I was allowed to. There's the Urza. Pillage. Counter target spell, tap all creatures. Actually, hold on. Counter target spell, bounce. Oh yeah, that's game 3. I would love to see how big this construct is. I'm really excited. This might be the biggest one I've had in a while. Oh, it's a 10-10? Oh, I've had bigger. Blood Moon. Resolves. It's fine. Bye, friend. Yeah, I'll take the 2. Got him. Smelt. Kill your construct. Would they even live? They wouldn't. No, they would go to 1. That's funny. Whew. We have played every single game of Magic in this league. That's the way we like to Urza on this channel, friends. It's a 3-hour league, and moving into the 4th hour of the league. Yeah, we played every single game. Hands a banger, let's go. Opponent, no companion, mulls to 6. I'll keep this out of this hand. I'm waiting for the day, Roy, because Cherry Axeman played the Turbo Prison deck, and I'm waiting for the day where we run into an opponent. They're like, mulligan, serum powder mull, mulligan to 5, turn 1 chalice. It's like, oh no. Raging Ravine. Okay, it could be some classic Jund, could be some new Jund, NU. Alright, let's go ahead and fire off a Goose. So out of Arcum's Astrolabe, Thraben Inspector, and Goose, obviously I can play 1-on-1 and 2-on-2. But Goose has an activated ability that is affected by Summoning Sickness. I guess the flip side of that would be, yeah, and we want them to push it, because we're not really concerned about the mana. So, like, out of the 3 cards, well, I guess having them push this Thraben Inspector is fine too, so. Maybe that doesn't really make any sense, but in terms of wanting the activated ability to be on tap on turn 2. I really like this Thraben Inspector Gilded Goose thing. Like, I don't like Gilded Goose in the Urza deck largely, but I do like having Gilded Goose and Thraben Inspector somehow. Like, having the 8 sort of creatures who give you an artifact that behind, you sort of get to, like, throw away the wrapper. you're gonna like get the piece of candy and you throw away the wrapper. Except in this case, the wrapper is the candy and the candy is the wrapper. Oh my god, it's classic Jund. Please edict my Thraben Inspector. Oh, you nerd. All right, we're discarding Thraben Inspector because I'm going to play Trinket Mage this turn, and I would prefer to hold on to my mana right now. Like, obviously, Thraben Inspector is a fine card to have in this matchup, but, like... She's back, yeah, exactly. Back from her soft ban. So let's get Trinket Mage, and I think if I get Astrolabe, Astrolabe's a banger for next turn. Because we'll just discard EE to the Liliana, and hopefully they don't have more discard. I think if they had any of their targeted discard spells, they would have played it by now. Obviously, they could top deck the next one, but I think this is fine. We also have 3 power in play, which is starting to threaten their Liliana. So, it is Bolt. Bolt Trinket Mage. Croxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. Croxa. Nope. Nope. How's it going, Zandy? We're still in the same league. I love Urza decks. We've played every game of this league. 2 games against Burn, 2 matches against Burn, 2 matches against control decks. Yeah. Target player sacks a creature. Bye, Thraben Inspector. You're surprised to see which. Man, their hand must be god awful. They kind of semi-tapped for a lightning bolt earlier, though. So let's try to attack their Liliana and see what happens. I think Trinket Mage might eat a lightning bolt here. The 3-hour league. No. That's normal for Urza decks. Yeah. Called shot. So just to get a 3rd island here. I'm gonna play Urza. I have 4 mana, play Astrolabe, and then put the Yorion in our hand. Three-hour leagues are pretty normal with decks like this. Urza doesn't normally end the game very quickly, but... So I could play this Goose and play an EE on 0. I don't really want to play EE on 0 in this matchup. So getting the Goose into play a turn earlier would be kind of good, but we're going to be playing Yorion and flickering my board next turn anyway, so it's fine. Urza is a fan of Artifact. He's in it for the long haul. And if anyone gets that reference here, I would be shocked. Shocked, I say. Bloodbraid. All right. Don't flip a kill spell. Perfect. Goyf is fine. Goyf will be crushed beneath my board of value. I obviously don't get it. Yeah. Well, to be fair, it is video game, card game related. So Richard Garfield helped Valve design another game, which is called Artifact. It's spelled slightly different than Artifact is spelled in Magic. But and it completely failed. It was a train wreck in terms of its release. And so they said, like, okay, clearly we've screwed up. We're going to retool our game. We'll be back. we're in it for the long haul. And that was sort of it became the sort of, I don't know, war cry of the disenfranchised artifact players. So we're attacking with a 6/6 contract. They have a 3/2 and a 4/5. The question is, do they want to keep their Liliana the Veil on board, or do they want to double block my construct to try to kill it? If they do that, I'm going to path one of their creatures. So I'm going to get what I want no matter what. Heard that it was insanely complicated. Here's the thing, though. It was complicated. If I asked you to do an entire sheet of math problems, right? But what if all of those math problems were essentially like 2 + 2 in terms of difficulty, Roy? Would you consider that to be complicated? It's tedious. It's involved. But it's not really complicated in a realistic sense of the word. I fucking hate it. Yeah. So there was also random elements in places that were very frustrating. So it was laborious. Yeah, you could say that. It was very easy to forget something small. Yeah, that was part of it. I did enjoy playing it for a good long while. But like I played it basically from when it came out. I bought it right away. I had a lot of fun playing it. And then it sort of just generally died. I did find that it was weird in the respect that I felt like a lot of the time you'd play games where it felt like it was very close and then you'd just die or you'd just win. And it didn't really feel a lot of the time like you made any particular decision that mattered in that process. It's just something that happened while you were sitting there. By the way, I have 21 power on board. If anyone's curious, if you wanted to know how much power we had here. Colligan's Command. Do I want to spin for a counter spell? I haven't played a single one all game. I think I'd probably spin for a counter here. Because this is definitely going to be like rebuy. No, Goyf got exiled. So this is going to be make me discard a card, shatter one of my constructs. And I'd like to keep my infinite power on board. Spin to win, baby. Metallic Rebuke or Cryptic Command, go. Temple Garden. Daniel Plan. Oh, and they rebought another Bloodbraid Elf, because that's a thing you can do. So we're going to go ahead and Mystic Sanctuary, the one card we can in my graveyard, which is a Path to Exile, which is great. Shoop. Then path that. Gonna go ahead and attack Wrenn and 6 for 7. Attack them for 5. I guess killing the Wrenn and 6 is probably not a very important play here. We do have 2 Astrolabes, which means I can cast my Uro, so I'm gonna. Is there one Temple Garden? No, it's not going to come up. Not in this matchup. They conceded. Oh, now you've conceded. Oh, I see. Classic Jund gets demolished by Blue Jund here. Let's get our Aether Gusts. are Tormod's Crypts, Soul Guide Lanterns. I don't think I want E. I'll be back in 2 seconds to figure out the rest of this. All right. So what do we want to cut? Probably Metallic Rebuke because we're bringing in Aether Gust. Again, I don't think we need Engineered Explosives. Although, you know what? Let's keep the 1 EE. 1 EE is fine. And we only have the Ice-Fang Coatls. They're the only 2 drops in our deck, whereas they have probably Scavenging Oozes and Ren 6. So that's a pretty good number to pop. As well as the fact that we can get up to numbers like 3 or 4. They're going to have Tarmogoyfs too, yeah. And then 2 more cuts. I think like 1 Thraben Inspector and 1 Emry. Something like that. That's fine. No, Emry is essentially like a 1 or 2 drop in this deck. 1 Cryptic Command. I think by the time we need Cryptic, we'll probably find one. I guess Mishra's Bauble is kind of in this deck, but it was the best of times. It was the bluest of times. All right. Yeah, it's a keeper. It's not pretty, but I'll take it. Like my prom date, Roy. It's not pretty, but what choice do I have? Best of times. It was the bluest of times. You stupid monkey. I don't know either, and they in the downloads I always get this and then 1 dash at the end, not 2, just the 1. And I don't know why they do that either. Scoos. Yup. I really doubt it. I mean, it could be, for all I know. Also, the gal that I did go to prom with was very, very pretty. So, wait, no, went to 2 different proms. One of them was really, really pretty. The other one was also pretty. Three hours and 20 minutes into the Urza deck is where you get the prom stories. I think I'd... Wait, that's a 1-2? Resolves. I guess that narrows it down. Right, so Niv could have gone to one of my proms with me, but not both. Got it. Is it bad if I went to prom without my GF at the time? Did you go with a different girl? Maybe. Did your girlfriend know about it? Oh, shoot. Okay, so they're taking my engineered explosives here. And then we're going to put Scoos on top of their deck, I guess? Top or bottom? No, probably gotta hit the Tarmogoyf. And then we'll path the Scoos. She did know about it? Oh, that's fine. And in either case, nice. Nice. So I can put one of these on top and path the other one and shuffle it away no matter what. So let's put the Goyf on top to take less damage. Prom sucked. I didn't miss it. I don't miss it. Yeah, one of the proms I went to was like generally a crappy time. But the people there, I liked those people, so it was fine. So I think I'm going to sack this Bauble to draw. Is it a Tarmogoyf on top? Oh, they put it on the bottom. There's a Liliana on top. Huh, I kind of want them to draw that. But I don't want them to have mana for the Scoos. If I draw step, path them, then they'll draw the Liliana. And they'll be able to exile something from my yard with the Scavenging Ooze, but I'm very okay with that. I'm not concerned about any of that. And then next turn with Urza, I'm going to have a lot more mana available. So, I'm going to go ahead and get Hallowed Fountain, shack that in. And then we're going to draw step path them here. Specifically, again, we're draw step pathing them because they're drawing a Liliana of the Veil they can't cast right now. And I don't mind them having it in their hand. It's not particularly good here. They have 1 green mana available, so they can exile something from my graveyard, but it probably means they're casting nothing this turn, which is great for me. You worried about Lily for the turn after? Not even a little, my friend. What's she gonna do? Make me sack a Gilded Goose? Oh, that was a good draw. Remember how I stopped their Scavenging Ooze from exiling anything? Joke's on me. If I want to, with Urza in play, I can Cryptic. No, I can actually, yeah, I'm going to shock this so I can Cryptic without sacking anything. Blue Jund just spanking regular. Well, I say regular. This is we're facing classic Jund. I say regular Jund right now. I think Lurrus Jund is just better right now. Actually, maybe I should put Lurrus Jund on the slate for some point. I do want to play both of my lands decks, so let's play Lurrus Jund on Friday night. Roy, pencil that in for me. You don't actually have that ability. Also, you're not my secretary. Maelstrom Pulse. Nice try. Lurrus and Jund is so cool. You do not have a pencil. I love you, buddy. I think those Lurrus and Jund is great because you have Ren 6. What? No. No, we're playing Lurrus Jund. We're not playing Lurrus in Jund. Gotta play the companion game, man. But seriously, I do want to play the companion version of Jund with Lurrus as the companion, the whole thing, because I think because that deck has Ren 6s, it's going to be one of the best companion Lurrus decks in the future. Do I want to cast this? Yeah. I don't need cards in my hand. Okay, so let's spin Urza before combat. Let's do this right. I have not yet played a land this turn. Urza's spin does let you play lands, so... Oh, no, I did play a land. Idiot! I knew... Whoa, 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 whoa. I pressed it. I pressed 2. Did not want to press 2. Okay. So we've got no cards in hand right now. I could put the Yorion into my hand, but because they have a Liliana in their hand that we know of, I do not want to do that. Actually, I should have Yorion this turn instead of doing the Urza spin. I forgot that that was an option. Actually, how good was that this turn? Not that good. Bloodbraid? Good luck, sister. Collector oof. I no longer wish you luck. That was rude. Oh no, my food. Roy, my food's gone bad. Oh crap, what? I don't remember what comic that is. Is it Saturday morning breakfast cereal? Or mock sapphires are fine. I mean, for now. Well, I mean, I guess I could just win. Is this a win? It's close. I think we're just going to attack and then Yorion and then hold up this Cryptic and win with that. So I only get 2 free mana for Yorion. Oh, I guess I could use my geese. So let's make a food. So these 2 are coming back untapped. Oh, plus I get more food from the geese. All right, yeah, I see. Yeah, okay, it's fine. This deck is great. Didn't you have lethal there? Explain how. If I had made the foods before combat? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yep, I missed it. Well, this game will be slightly more interesting for having not done that. Yeah, they conceded. It won't be, my bad. Alrighty, folks. So we are ordering a Yorion for my glorious return to Paper Magic someday so that I can play 80-card Urza of some variety. This was super, super sweet. Thank you, Mr. Raeb, for the speedy construction of this deck list with the Aether Vials. Aether Vial was neat. I think I would need to play it more to see how good it is. But it's definitely nice with Thraben Inspector and Gilded Goose in the deck. And you have 1-drops, 2-drops, 3-drops, and 4-drops, which is kind of nice, all the way up to Yorion. And then Yorion to reset the Aether Vial so you can start casting other stuff with it again was great. So I would highly recommend this deck to people as a starting point for Yorion Urza decks in the new Companion Frontier. That said, we're going to move on to a deck that 5-0'd before the Companion Overhaul, and we're going to see how we do with it. This is going to be Mr. Wambo Combo's Mardu Pox deck. So, for reference, I thought we were going to have another day without the Companion changes because their original announcement said that it was going to not happen until the 4th, which was incorrect. But we're still going to try this one. This is a Arcum's Astrolabe Crack the Earth brew, so it's going to be pretty sweet and probably a lot quicker than that league. So stick around for that. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, go check out my Twitch channel, and I'll see you there live sometime real soon. For the rest of you who are here live, let's chill out with some tunes and get to the next one.
Don't you eat this pie?
1, 2, 3, 4.